Previously on Among Us Unseen.
Does this mean Banana shapeshifted as me out of desperation? Then the game restarted, and immediately all doors were locked. The culprit was among me the entire time. Notice how Black walks directly to the left, while everyone else scatters to their task locations. There is a longer way to get to Electric that way. It's a good strategy to give players time to meet the culprit. That was really random. Why was Rose spinning around me all of a sudden? Rose had to go, or so I thought. I don't know what happened. I didn't even bother playing right. What the fuck? What kind of teammate is this? How did this buffoon even come to this conclusion? Cyan being the previous culprit caught me off guard. They didn't do bad. I just didn't expect it. I could have sworn Banana presented odd behavior. Maybe they just sucked. It was then time for a new round. We can do it this time. I hope. I started by simply doing tasks. I was more familiar with the crew, but I still wasn't sure what to expect. Purple was quickly found dead, and so the trials began. Wait a minute, why is this spastic just saying random nonsense? We booted him without hesitation. That was so annoying. The game continued. Yellow, Cyan, and Banana were the last people in the cafeteria aside from me. Banana went left, Yellow went down, and Cyan took a right. I decided to take Yellow's direction because it usually feels safer for me to go down. There was Banana hopefully downloading some data while White fixed wires. Nothing too unusual thus far, until suddenly there came a squeaking. Gray immediately accused me. Where did that one come from? I came across a second me, what the game calls a shapeshifter. But to understand how this happened, we need to trace back some steps. Someone suspected it was a self-report. I thought maybe someone shape-shifted as me again. Lime suggested we skipped, but why was everyone so quiet? Most importantly, how come everyone voted him? Something is fishy. It was true. Maybe others saw something I didn't. Banana and Yellow were once again part of the group of people who stayed in the cafeteria last. Maroon and White were also there, but not Cyan. Cyan went to comms with me and Black. Could they be safe for once? I was slightly suspicious of Cyan being the culprit a second time. I wanted to investigate and trace their steps. I then followed Cyan near the security room. We decided to go check the cameras. At least I did. I already knew where this was going. It was only a matter of time. I practically asked for it. Do it, Cyan. I don't want to report you to prove I'm right. Now I want to find out what made Black think Lila killed me. Could Black and Cyan be working together? Was there a misunderstanding? The ship has sailed and the crewmates failed. Keep in mind that Gray just vented in medbay in front of the culprit. It seems like Cyan was hesitant to call for a meeting to report them. Banana, not a culprit. What could Cyan be plotting next? Wait, what in the world? Despite all the chaos, there was still hope. The bad news is Black was never seen again. The good news is that was how the culprit was caught. Funnily enough, barely anyone moved away from the cafeteria. And just like before, it was only a matter of time. It was time to take the vitals machine. I have mixed feelings about being a scientist. As a matter of fact, it makes me feel a little out of place. I might just also have a lot to learn, which to me applies to the whole game if I'm going to be fully transparent. But alas, the show must go on, and I'll just use the vitals machine to the best of my abilities. I decided to check, and it made sense nobody was dead. There weren't any signs of a kill either. Or maybe I spoke too soon because suddenly I was trapped with Orange and Maroon. I survived, which to me meant that Orange might have been safe. Even though they have been standing in the same spot for so long, they could have also been AFK. However, Black and Tan came in after the gates reopened, and after checking vitals, I noticed Coral is dead. Just for a quick recap, Coral died while I was trapped in storage with Orange. I have to clear them for this one. But I can't say the same about Tan and Black right now since they came in the storage after the doors reopened. But also, Black addressed his concerns about Red. Pink accused Nana, and Tan cleared Rose for the kill. Black mentioned a potential green flag. They have trash, which means they're likely safe. And if Rose also has trash, they're safe too. Tan did clear them, but they could be using a manipulation tactic. I was slightly suspicious of Pink because of their lack of activity the entire trial. Someone voted for me, which is mysterious considering I mentioned having trash. Because the cafeteria is such a wide area, I usually check to see if anyone's hiding around, but I figured it was too soon since the trial just ended. I did keep in mind that Banana was the only one left by the buzzer, and then Black got me there. I did forget to do trash even though I said I would. They started to accuse White. I didn't recall seeing them, so there wasn't anything I could say. I guess I was really turned off with the scientist role, more intrigued with what could be going on. The lights were out, some culprit was onto something. Rose was with me, Black was being extra patient for me to do trash. Purple seemed safe too. At least I was finally about to clear myself up. There was just one minor issue. Who died this time? There were 2 culprits left. It could have still been either Rose or Purple for all I knew. And voila, I was finally the saint of the game. All there was left to do were tasks, and finding the remaining culprits. I think I was just too late to check the vitals machine. So Maroon was dead and I could easily clear 3 people. Rose, Black, and Purple, which meant either Banana or Brown made that kill. Black accusing Purple didn't sound right to me, because they literally saw me do trash. I wonder what gave Black that impression. Brown seeing the vent flap makes me think it could have been Banana, unless Brown is lying, which we don't know yet. What I did know for sure was how quiet Banana was during this trial. Uncomfortably silent. It turns out Purple was in fact a culprit. I didn't vote for them because they saw me do trash and I had 0 evidence to suspect them. Something finally clicked with me, and I had to call for an emergency meeting immediately. Okay, let me explain. To understand how I even came to this conclusion, we need to trace back a couple steps. First of all, nobody was dying. This is important to keep in mind because there's less people. The last culprit felt more pressure. Black and Rose were safe as we established earlier. I was suspicious of Banana until this happened. Notice how after Black exited Electric, Brown entered. I decided to hide in a corner just in case. The doors closed and I never saw Brown come out. Why would he lock himself in? Where could he be? We were officially trapped, though not for long. Little did Brown know I caught their horrible attempt at being a smartass. And there they were. What on earth were they thinking? I had to reach the button before it was too late. By main lobby I meant the cafeteria. It's honestly been years since I've played this game. It doesn't matter though, cause I was right at the end of the game.